Welcome Terrarians to Arterria. I'm CheesyPaninie.
I'm Khaios, and this is the series where two builders collide to put their creativity to the test.
Each week, Khaios and I will take turns adding to a build to see where it goes. But there's a twist.
We will be restricted on how big the build can be, and we can only place 2,000 items per play session, plus an option to paint and place wires.
In addition, we won't be able to use pickaxes, hammers, wire cutters, paint scrapers, or empty buckets. In other words, there are no undos.
Stick with us for the 11-episode series and see what kind of glorious or hideous creation we can muster.
Let's get to it.
Greetings Terrarians, Khaios here. If you haven't already been to CheesyPaninie's channel and checked out her version of Arterria from last week, be sure you do that because I haven't yet seen it, so hopefully we'll be on the same page. I'm going to go ahead and hop into the world and see what CheesyPaninie has in store for us. Probably death. And it's a blood moon. I feel like it's always a blood moon in this world. It's the curse. So I'm just going to use cheat sheet here to turn on some light. That's probably enough. So we definitely have some expansion to the cloud monster flesh thing over here. I could definitely tell that there's a row of flesh that wasn't there before. And there's some more bones down here as well. Accidentally just triggered that trap. There's traps everywhere here now. Let's see. She's worked on the secondary UFO a little bit. Just added the doors by the looks of it. So not too much work on that. My UFO's untouched. Oh, nice. This alien's looking pretty good. Nice and creepy. The tentacles coming out from the chin bottom area. I like it. Quite a bit different from Ted. I think his name is Ted. I'm probably gonna kill that guy. Okay. I don't see any change to this, or if there is, it's subtle. Perhaps these banners are new? I think they are. That's new, and I don't know if that was supposed to kill me, but it didn't. Oh, okay, that hurt. So that's a bubble. I'll probably be able to fly through that and get myself killed with some lava. I don't know what she's doing with the living fire, but she's like burning my builds. I don't know what this little death trap is, but I don't see a teleporter, so I'm not too worried about it. So she added some more to this ruins here. I might try building off of this. Oh, this looks interesting. I don't know what it is, but it's a really interesting texture of builds. Something fleshy here for sure. A spike trap to probably just try and get me to hurt myself on it. There you go. I don't know what these are gonna do, but let's find out. They do nothing, apparently. Interesting. I'm curious. Sure, let's... No? Nothing? Interesting. I thought that was gonna be a death trap for sure. Up here, no change here. Water's red because of the blood moon. I'm like, why is the water red? Okay, so I think I might actually work on finishing up this area today. We'll see. And it looks like that might be everything that's new, unless I missed something right down here. I don't think I did. No, okay. So that's everything that's new with the build. And I'm going to go ahead and hop into my inventory editor and get my materials, and Also get rid of the blood moon and make it daytime so it's easier for you guys to see, and I'll meet up with you in just a little bit. Since this is the second to last episode for me in Arterria, I wanted to kind of touch up various different builds that I've been working on that weren't quite yet complete. So I grabbed some cloud to kind of expand on the monsters in the area, and some bone and flesh for that reason as well. I also wanted to add another UFO, but this one would be crashed, and so I grabbed some materials for the UFO. I also got some traps. I'm not targeting CheesyPaninie this time. I'll get a little bit more into that later, but I do have plans for them. I also grabbed some Martian bathtubs and beds and platforms because I kind of wanted to make some drones that might be supporting the UFOs in this apparent battle situation that we have created. With that out of the way, let's go ahead and get into the build. The first order of business is to deal with this pesky guide. Now, I know that CheesyPaninie put him in here just to kind of give me a little nudge. So I'm going to rig the area so that this beast of hers will kill the guide if she goes anywhere near it. So we got some spiky ball traps and some player logic sensors. Next up, I got a comment suggesting that I light up the lasers. So I wired them up best as I can with the limited wires and put them on a 1-second timer just to make them actually light up. I wanted to do something with logic gates so they progressively lit up, but I didn't think I'd have enough wire, maybe not even enough wire within the next 2 build sessions, so I decided to just go with this so that at least it would be somewhat done. Then I'm going to touch up the smaller UFO that is kind of being chomped on by the big beast. And because of the limit to the paint that I'll have, I'm going to pretty much leave it unpainted and just do tin plating because it looks fairly gray. So the big part of today's build session is going to be right here. I want to take this ruined tower that CheesyPaninie's been putting together, and I kind of want to make it look like during the battle, I guess, we have a UFO that crashed into it, and it's going to be smoldering and in pieces. There's going to be chunks of the tower scattered everywhere, chunks of the UFO scattered everywhere, and some electrical fires and what have you. I just thought it might be a fun addition since it definitely is starting to look like we are creating a war zone. Originally, I wanted to have this water pipe structure going down into something fancy, like a water plant or something like that. But since we have this ruin down beneath, and we also have that flesh blob, and now the wrecked UFO, it just didn't quite cut it for me anymore. So I decided to kind of make it look like the pipes were going into the flesh creature for some reason. I'm not sure what that reason is, but we're going to go with it anyway. Also, I'm getting rid of a lot of the orange by painting it gray. That was always the plan. I just had to be careful with my paints due to the restrictions. So, in order to kind of lure Cheesy into this area to kill the guide, I decided to spread some cloud wall over, and inadvertently I killed the guide and the die trader. It's okay. Once I'm done with the build session, I decided to hang around until a new guide spawned and until a new NPC showed up. It wasn't the die trader because I didn't have anything like that on me, but maybe the change in NPC will be enough to attract CheesyPaninie into the area and watch her guide buddy die. So what I'm doing here is I just thought it might be interesting to make it look like these flesh monsters are also some sort of like disease that's spreading. So it's going from the little corner bit and working its way up the pipes into the hanging garden. Not quite sure why I wanted to go with that. It's just an idea that came to mind in the middle of building, and I just thought we'd go with it. At this point, I realized I grabbed one too many, and by one I mean a lot more than one, too many of certain materials. So I'm just going to kind of try and spread them out, give some bone shards to this flesh pipe work, and spread some of the plating around the sci-fi build areas and stuff like that, just until I've consumed the rest of my inventory. Now I'm just placing 4 platforms, and on top of them is either going to be a Martian bed or a Martian bathtub. And they're kind of just meant to look like little Martian miniature UFOs or drones or something like that, that's kind of helping these UFOs battle the flesh creatures. And that is all of my materials for today's build. I have 1 turn left. I'm going to try and plan it out to where I get the most bang for my materials in my last turn. I really just want to tidy everything up and make it look as good as I can. So I'll try and be focusing on not starting anything new, maybe, unless a really good idea comes to me. And I'll be focusing on just improving everything that I've already started. If you're enjoying this series, be sure to hit a like and leave a comment. It really helps the channel out. And please head over to CheesyPaninie's channel and check out her videos. She does some really, really good looking Terraria builds. Thank you all very much for watching. I'll catch y'all later.